Sorry, good morning. 1 second. I messed that up. Come on. Sorry, I can't read chat yet, because I messed up. Alright, now I should be able to read chat. Much like to my Streamlabs. Good morning, Drunken Master. Alright, good morning, people. It's a late start, but I don't even know what I'm doing today. So I'm using different modem. This is a US-based AT&T version of Netgear Nighthawk. This one, I'm guessing, I'd have to look at it, but from trial and error, it doesn't support the 3G band here. So we can only connect to 4G and 4G plus or LTE networks. So I'll probably be able to stream around town, but this modem won't work in rural areas because we don't have LTE in rural areas. Now I can pull out the Huawei modem running Vodafone, but as we know with Vodafone, they throttle the fuck out of the whole experience. And I was testing because I can get like a really strong signal with Vodafone here. Like I was getting 50 down, like 16 up or something like that. And I just ran the stream to the VPS, to the RTMP server, at like a high bit rate just to test it. It'd work for a while at 2500, and after about a minute they'd just cut you off, and it wouldn't work. So I started at 2500, it would work for a minute, then it would get cut off. So I dropped it down to where it was cutting me off to. It looked like it would drop down to about 1600 bit rate. So then I switched down to 1500 bit rate and ran that, but it's at that point it was already like, yeah, we're not going to give you what you want. So it would, show that it could only give me like 1000 bit rate. So I dropped down to 1000 bit rate, and it's still saying that anyway. So Vodafone sucks. So I'm on air, which doesn't have a strong signal here, but it'll work. But it'll work in town. Once I lose 4G, right now I'm on 4G, it'll crash and burn. Looks sunny out there, beautiful day, hopefully. Yeah, I'm just not sure what I'm doing today. Count Raxula, good morning. JJJ, what up for today? I'm not sure. Psychedelic Monk, morning. Morning, Dan. Just reading guys' 20s yesterday on the cliff mower. Just take a selfie and fell. I heard about that as well. Yeah, there's little room for error on that cliff face. And from what I heard, it was like just a tragic accident, and I don't think he was doing anything too crazy. He just lost his footing. Time's it there, 9:51 a.m. Mousekeepers night, top of the morning. Shabadai. Thanks for the house yesterday, no problem. Jukebox TV. Morning, little victory. Morning, Hoot Marut. Gayborg, Burton's Law, Wolven. Alright, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing today. I really don't know.
Good morning. Hope your new year is full of adventure and good people.
Zildshaw Pincho, thank you for the 400 bits. Appreciate that. Good morning. I hope your new year is full of adventure and good people. It has been so far. I think it'll continue to be. I just need my equipment to work. Morning, Ed the Bear. But no, I spent the past while cycling through every different network and network technology to just see what I can do. And the options are limited. But the sun's out, so that's nice. Alright, well, I guess I'll get up and do stuff. Yeah, I really don't know what I want to do. Jerome will be coming back into town today, so that'll be a few hours from now. I could pack up and get breakfast somewhere if it'll work in a building for breakfast, and then go from there. What is potentially exciting is I sent an email to Unlimited IRL, and they build backpacks and stuff, and I just gave them my case and asked if they'd build me something that would integrate into my backpack well, for a live view based backpack, and asked if they have batteries other than the big 50,000 mAh batteries, and they're emailing me back, and we're collaborating on something that could potentially be much better, but that'll take a little bit of time and money, so that potentially in a little bit we'll have that set up. If that happens quickly, I'll probably just fly back home and get that and continue the trip whenever I'm all set up and ready to go, because it's so annoying to try and stream like this. It's cozy in that tent. I like my tent. It's degrading, it's dying, but it's had a good run. It's had a really good run. The spot of heat keep tents warm. Tents do not stay warm. They might be a couple degrees warmer than the outside, especially if it's not windy. But yeah, they're not warm. They're not insulated. But yes. Good morning, Zedsies. Oh, what have I missed? Consulting with Unlimited IRL to get a setup that'll work. Work better. Never, we're still gonna lose connections here and there, but work better. And I'm guessing I'll carry enough batteries, hopefully, to get like 2 days of use out of it, out of the bonding encoder, because they use a lot of battery, and that's a concern. When I don't need to use it, like say in the morning when I'm setting up my tent or taking down my tent and stuff like that, if I have enough to run the stream from just a cell phone setup, then I'll probably do that. Just one modem cell phone until I start moving, and that's when things get difficult. That's when we'd be switching to the bonded, encoded, multiple modems, and see what we can do there. Buy a new tent set of gear with money? I don't remember. Maybe that's been said. A lot of things have been said. Good morning from Los Angeles. What's the goal for today? I don't know. I'm in a town where I can meet up with this guy Jerome, who randomly stumbled into me in Dingle, and he invited me to come visit him in Newcastle West, which is where I am right now. So he'll be getting here just afternoon sometime, so I have to email him regardless, but I might meet up with Jerome, or I might catch a ride this morning and catch a ride back. It's just really frustrating for me. I'm stuck in 4G or 4G plus, 4G LTE, with this modem on this network. I can get 3G on Vodafone, but Vodafone won't give you anything. So once I catch a ride out of town, I'm gonna lose connection. That's what's gonna happen. Things are frosty this morning. I can see some of the frost melting in the sun and dripping off my tent. That's nice. It's 2 a.m. LA. What are you doing up? I can't stay up that late. I suck at staying up. But it is morning. Yes. So yeah, he wouldn't be back here until the afternoon, so I can burn a couple hours and get something to eat and stuff like that, or I can catch a ride out of town, catch a ride back into town or something for the morning, or I can not meet up with Jerome. Yes, I guess my options. let's start getting stuff together. My hands are gonna be cold. I'll need gloves today. Real people make a tent out of mud and sleep under it like a hobbit. Real people? Don't most people go like real, like they use some kind of term that like at least sounds cool, like real adventurers or real whatever do it like this, but not people. Drunk and I'm a night owl, so that's why I'm up. Okay, well, I guess that enough said. That explains it. 5 a.m. here in Maryland. It's almost 10 a.m. How you live? How you live? Live or live? How am I live? Like live streaming, or how do I live? How am I living? You're not real. You're on my computer screen. You got me there. Just got here having streaming problem every day so far. Yesterday it worked for most of the day until the end of the day. Then everything crashed and burned. Even though there's fine connection in the city, each carrier has a decently strong signal, but everything crashed and burned. I'm using a different modem, but it won't let me drop down to lower tier connections once the signal gets difficult. I can only use 4G and 4G LTE, or 4G Plus as they call it in Europe. So it works right here. I've got like 5 bars of 4G. Once I leave town, it'll crash and burn. And I can turn on my other modem, which runs a roaming Vodafone plan. But Vodafone throttles the fuck out of their network. Morning, Browski. Foul for the lull. Real hitchhiking survivors who venture the grand outdoors of foreign countries. Oh, yes, there we go. That's good. That's good. Delivered to Trevor Tent Field, Newcastle, West Ireland. Perfect. Where are you now? Newcastle, West Ireland. Wiki, eggs and bacon. I could go for some eggs. Miss Mazzy, good morning. Ever hitched with another hitchhiker? Yeah. There's a girl named Emily. Caught 18 rides with her. Good morning. Have you moved to Ireland now? It feels like you've been there for months. What have I been here? When did I take the ferry? I don't remember. But yes, I've been here a while. I plan on leaving fairly soon. I was gonna do like the cross-dress hitchhike here because we had collaborate with another Twitch streamer. But if I can't get my network stuff working, then I don't want to do that because we'll have no signal most of the time. So, like, I might put it off until I have a better setup. Essentially, I'm contracting a company to just build me a much higher quality setup, running multiple networks. I'm gonna spend a small fortune on that, and then spend a small fortune on data every month. Now, essentially, what that means is, at this point, I'm just having all these tech problems, and we're reaching the wall of what one modem and streaming can kind of do. This next step is a big step up in hardware cost to start with, and then a huge step up in data cost per month. So this is me bridging the gap from a very amateur kind of setup into the bigger leagues. But it just means there's these huge fixed costs every month, so need to make money streaming now. Better prepared for a zombie apocalypse than most people. Maybe most people, but I'm still not like a survivalist bushman. Like, yeah. Anyway, how's Emily? I think she's doing good. Working full time back in Ontario. I think he took the fair on the 21st. Remember thinking it was 4 days till Christmas. Oh, okay. What day is it now? 4th or something? I pick up a hitchhiker before, so if I ever see you, I'll give you a ride. Thank you, Cal. I don't know, scuffed internet. It's not even the internet here. These are, well, some stuff is definitely their internet, but like last night was just my equipment. Dual modems aren't exactly cost efficient. Well, it depends what you mean efficient. It's the only way to stream in some places. Stream stably, stream any kind of half decent product. It wouldn't be dual, we'd be running 3 or 4. Who's outside? People walking around. Change title, hope you don't mind. Yeah, I think Impact changed it to like a very basic title, and I didn't know if that's what he wanted. I didn't care that much. But yeah, I'm good with the title change. But yeah, people are just walking outside. Okay. Put pants on to Hitchhiking Ireland year before 9 location. Read it. Okay, that sounds good. Damn good job. But we're just at the wall here. I can't take this type of streaming much further without investing a large sum. I'm your favorite hitchhiking stream on Twitch. I'm number 1 of 1. Alright, let's put pants on. Let's pack everything up and get temporarily cold until I'm moving again. Pretty interesting in the 3rd generation of viral streaming. First generation, like what, Justin TV? 2nd generation, straight up IRL. 3rd generation, IRL split into 10 different categories. Is that what we mean? My tent fly is gonna be so wet. It was wet from last time I used it when I set it up last night, and then it frosted last night, and now it's melting. Oh, good times. Came in first out of 1. I did it. Need a stream. Going to or have been to any castles Ireland? We've been past several castles. Yeah, the only one I explored thoroughly was in Northern Ireland, and that was, I forget, but it's a castle used as the Iron Islands in Game of Thrones. I forgot what it's called. One of you might remind me. Okay. So for streamers have a sponsor, and that's something we'll look at going forward. But for the time being, to make my stream anything worthwhile watching, not some laggy, broken connection fest, it requires a substantial investment. Authenticity is worth more than anything. I still have to be able to stream. I can be authentic and have no stream. Had this username since 2009. JTV days. Clear Joker. Using a phone, if so, does it require new SIM cards? For every new country you visit, there's a cover section for every reason. I have a SIM card, like a plan that works in most countries. It's 150 countries or something like that. Dunlace Castle is Castle, I think. Okay. Are you heading back to BC? It depends. I'm thinking sooner rather than later to try and get my setup upgraded, because it's so frustrating being in places with signal but not being able to run a stream based off of my setup. Alright, let's pack everything up. I essentially can't run any kind of stable stream right now. So, because that's how things are going to do. I just don't know my timeline here. We watched the new Game of Thrones season of Hitchhiking? Yeah, I'll find a way. And I'd like to watch it sooner rather than later, because inevitably people will spoil it. Being a hitchhiker, do you believe people are inherently good? Yeah. How has it shaped your worldview? I have a very positive worldview on humanity in general, maybe to a fault. Now, I deal with a subset of people that are willing to pick up a complete stranger and help them out. A lot of the assholes of the world, would never pick up a hitchhiker, so I don't really have to interact with them. So I go to all these places and I deal with the most wonderful people from all these places. So it definitely affects my worldview. And I don't think the world is necessarily as sweet as I see it. But I don't think the world is as bad as everyone, as media and everything makes it out to be. I think I show the opposite end of the spectrum, because I'm just dealing with that subset of people that are just some of the kindest, most generous people in the world. Might seem out of place, but maybe a donation goal is a reasonable thing at this point. I hope it works out. Yeah, we'll have to do something like that. So, you don't need too much to run a basic outdoor live stream, but there's a very large gap from an amateur
just basic phone setup to the bonded encoding kind of setup. And I've tried to have that type of setup for a while. My limitation has been batteries and mobility. So I sleep in a tent. I can't charge stuff at night. They're huge power hogs, so that's a big challenge to overcome. And then mobility, you have to be connected to your modems, your encoder via a cable that takes the camera input and brings it to the encoder. That really hurts the mobility when you're trying to hitchhike and be all mobile and stuff like that. Cool sleeping bag cover. Yeah, it's a stuff sack. You know, I wouldn't say I'm actually quite happy with the stuff sack they give on this, because so this is the tightest it can go. Each 4 straps is cinched as tight as they can go, but I can compress a lot more air out of that. So it's not a very good sized compression bag, because you can't actually compress as much air as so I can't compress it more. Another option, sponsorship. See how that sounds. Maybe send some emails. Oh, since I've been streaming, I've been open to sponsorships. I just haven't had that many opportunities for sponsorships, and I'm doing something a little strange on Twitch. So I've been looking for outdoor gear sponsorships. Those would be product sponsorships, not paid sponsorships. But no one knows what Twitch is. Outdoor companies haven't dealt in Twitch because it's a video game live streaming website. Gotta go. Trevor will be back in an hour. Alright, Mikey. Like live view would be the setup I'm consulting about. It'd be a live view based encoded, a live view based like gun run style backpack. Like gun run kind of pioneered the live view Sony AS300 or FDRX 3000 based backpack setup, and that's currently what most people use. Different people use different things. Like CJ Ride uses a Teradek, and I'm not sure what camera he uses. It could still be the Sony action cameras, but I believe he uses Teradek for his bonding and encoding. A little bit of water. Picked up Hitchhiker well on Some Chris Hill. When I saw him, I figured he was a trail tramp. When he got in the car, I smelled that he was a trail tramp. I know showers can be limited, opportunities while traveling, and I don't blame that person for that. Every problem's dealing with hygiene. Depends what we call a hygiene problem. I don't sweat as much. I don't work as hard as someone through hiking or doing anything like that. Hitchhiking is really actually quite simple. I go several days without showering very often. I don't go as long without showering as someone hiking on the trails, and I'm still packing like more clothes than someone that's through hiking does. A lot of people that are through hiking, they have one pair of clothes and maybe a pair of camp socks. They have one pair of underwear, they have one shirt, they have one pair of pants. I have 3 shirts. I've got 3 pairs of underwear. I've got 7 pairs of socks because I fucking love clean socks. And my bag is a lot bigger and heavier because of that. Enjoy your streams. Mostly want to help. How do you live without Netflix? Mostly JK. Oh. I have Netflix. I have unlimited data. If I want to watch a movie at night, I can. Morning Cake Johnson. Maybe I should shut up some live. Dry socks, cold weather is always a must IMO. I'm with you there. Cold, wet feet is a miserable thing and can be a dangerous thing if you're exposed.
Oh yeah, Bob. Everything good is nasty.
I don't think I'm as exposed as people really think I
Ain't
might
nothing
be.
good unless you play with it. Yeah.
I'm always near civilization. If I get into a situation and I'm like, this is dangerous, I'm next to a town, I'm gonna go get a motel if I need to. I'm usually within walking distance from some kind of lifeline if I need to. Adam, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Twitch. I appreciate that Twitch Prime sub, Adam. Awesome. I think part of my problem, or a good chunk of my problem, is the environments I'm streaming in are degrading my equipment and they're malfunctioning. After not very much use. Like the modem I'm using, I only got when I flew into Bristol, which was about 40 days ago. So 40 days of my use has 100% broken one modem, broken a battery, a brand new battery, and caused other things to start malfunctioning. That's another thing. Once we upgrade to a more expensive kind of setup, well, then you just have more expensive hardware. It doesn't mean it's more durable as far as dealing with the elements. It's just more expensive. Let's say Amazon streaming service. Tribes with no contact. Know what Amazon is? Yeah, that might be a good way to pose it. That could be Amazon's streaming service, Twitch TV. Everyone does know what Amazon is. Alright, let's climb out into the world and do stuff and things. Get some breakfast, some tea and stuff. Is it a tea or a coffee kind of morning? It's a good question. I don't know. When are you going back to Canada? When I get a new setup completed. Alright, nothing living inside my boots. That's good. It's a bonus. Is there a worthwhile solution then? I'm essentially contracting a company to make me a solution, and then gonna spend a bunch of money on that solution. Because essentially what I'm good at and what I like doing is streaming hitchhiking. The technical aspect of streaming, I've learned a lot in the 9 months I've done it, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Does mean a replacement to plastic cell phone cover? Probably. You'll have a new hat. Trying warranty claims on broken stuff. Amazon are usually pretty good with sending replacements. I could try. It's my fault. Expose them to a lot of moisture and like freeze thaw cycles. But I could see what they say. They'd be like, "Hey, I use this it lasted 40 days and it's broken. Creepiest thing you found living inside your boots? Oh, I've just found like little snails and stuff like that. I kept my boots inside in Australia because I was scared of Australia. Australia intimidated me on the small critters that could climb inside your boots at night. So I kept them inside. Expensive to be a hitchhiker because you're always at a restaurant. I don't have to be at a restaurant. It's just convenient for streaming's sake to be inside at the end of the day. Like, it's a nice way to like start your day, to kind of climb out of your tent, walk somewhere, sit down for somewhere, grab a bite to eat, have a cup of coffee. You can talk about your day that way. Like, it just works for streaming quite well. But yeah, it's an unneeded luxury. And when I used to hitchhike without the stream, I spent so much less money on food. So much less money in general. Like, comparing these trips to my old trips it's a big contrast. Yeah, where I was camping, I was concerned about snakes and scorpions. Because when I'm here, I just stick my hand in my boots and brush anything out, because I'm not really concerned about what could be in there, because there's really nothing here to be that concerned about. You wouldn't want to do that, where there could be something really nice in there. Get scorpions throughout the British Isles? Do you? I didn't know that. Like, pretty good ones, or just like little wimpy scorpions? Like, how bad's their sting? Because there'll be spiders here, and there'll be spiders that will bite you, but do you really need to be concerned? Like, the only thing I've heard, it's like they've got one poisonous snake, an adder here, and it's not actually mortally dangerous to an adult, more to children and people with compromised immune systems. And I'd like to think my immune system isn't compromised. It's a beautiful morning. Let's just unplug this battery here. And now you're getting loose. Okay. Alright, cool. Alright. Good morning. I'm a little bit closer to civilization than I thought. That's one of the downsides of setting up at night. Is you really don't get a sense for where you are until the daytime.
Are you superstitious at all? Have you ever been scared by what might go bump in the night?
Tent's taken down. I look a little bit less strange now that the tent's taken down. Oh, that's cold. Cold, cold, cold. Okay. Oops.
People complaining. Things frosted last night, so we're probably hovering around the 0 mark. I was cozy in my tent though. Wasn't a problem. This is the harder part. Camping's easy. Packing everything up is mentally difficult and physically uncomfortable. What was that? Look at that. Alright, so that's the main camping equipment. The poles and stakes just get slid down the side. So I actually walked around a little bit looking for a place to sleep. And the place I initially was looking for was like scouting out. I went in there and the whole forest floor was just covered in a variety of prickly things. So the downside of sleeping on the ground is, well, you have to find a patch of clearish ground big enough for your tent. Now I have a very small tent, so I don't need that much clear ground, but I still need clear ground. I couldn't find any in those woods, so I found these sparser woods, and I'm like, yeah, that'll do. Walked around for a little bit. From my satellite view, I couldn't see where the trails were, but I assumed I was a decent way from the trail. I'm not. I'm very close to the trail. That's okay. fall over. Stand up for a second.
We've got a warm sleeping bag. Go to Europe, some parts can get very cold. Well, I'm in Europe, and yeah, I have a warm sleeping bag, but I'm from Canada, so we're good. Morning, where do you pee? Wherever. It's pretty easy as a guy to just pick a spot and go. Stay. Don't fall over. You're trying to fall over. I can tell. Don't do that. Still. Stay. Now you charge everything.
We're good. That looks silly. What I'm doing there is forcing warm blood into my fingertips. That's what that does. Works pretty well. Alright. Whoa. It's all frosty. Chilly night. But beautiful morning. But yeah, that's how close I was to a very main trail. Oops. .4K 60 frames per second one. Well, Twitch doesn't support 4K yet. Well, hopefully we'll be running the stream at 4,000 to 5,000 bit rate on average when we've got a decent signal soon. I'm throwing money at the problem, guys. Heading for coffee or something? Probably. I'll send Jerome a message and see what's up. These woods, so pretty. It's beautiful. Love Island kind of looks like this. Love Island doesn't have that many nice woods. I shouldn't say a lot, but a decent amount of the west coast isn't forested like this. This is quite nice. Photography at all while you travel. I do 30 frames per second for usually 8+ hours a day. I haven't been because I'm having problems, but no, I don't do any actual photography. Gonna be going back to Ireland myself next month, though I've only been to Dublin, as that's where my boyfriend lives. Get out of Dublin. It's a nice enough city. I've just never been a big city person, so. What do you hope to try out? You said? Well, I can try it out anywhere. So inevitably I'll end up trying it first in Canada, unless I fly to California to pick it up or something. And then going from there. People saying I have a boyfriend because I read a comment. You can believe whatever you want to believe. It's okay. If you should choose to get a boyfriend in Dublin in the future, you have my support. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy J. Appreciate your support. I wasn't gonna do it without your support, so now I have that freedom to potentially get a Dublin boyfriend. I think I took a different way. Hello. Morning. Don't recognize this. Maybe I do. Looks very different during the daytime, regardless. No, it's a wonderful way to wake up. Open up your tent, sunshine, walk through a wooded trail. Inevitably finding yourself a cup of hot coffee. I think as I'll be returning, whenever I go home, it'll still be winter when I start hitchhiking again back. Maybe I'll bring my jet boil with me so we can make coffee in the morning. Got a jet boil for Christmas. Have you used it? Do you like it? I got a jet boil mini-mo. It's good at boiling water. Just really what jet boils are made for. Can't do any not really made for any cooking outside of boiling water. There's stoves that are good at that, but they pretty much have an on and off function. Imagine New Year's kiss this year. Some guy kissed me. Where am I? This is definitely different. I just started walking the way that I thought I took, but I don't think this is the way. And some other guy licks my face. It was a weird night. East is no frost? Alright, let's see. I don't mind getting in here, I just want to walk in the right direction. Wait, you're gonna believe in you. You can do it. Have connection. Oh shit, maybe you don't have connection. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we went the wrong way. Oops. Back up this way and then right. Okay, we got it. In the act of me doing that, apparently oofed my connection a little bit. Hopefully bought me breakfast in the morning. Focused, you licked my face. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Okay, now I know where I'm at. Just an extra little loop. Morning. No. No. Hey. It's
touchscreen gloves aren't as touchscreeny anymore. Oh, can make the jump. At least all you had to worry about was Minna licking your face. Yeah. Minnow. And coffee, yeah. Newcastle. Oh, just outside. I'll be maybe a 10-minute walk and I'll be in civilization. Can you not do that? Don't do me like that, connection. Been having a nice morning. Biggest worry traveling besides connection, really, for me, that's pretty much it. If I got my camping equipment with me and some water, I'm okay. Hey. But yeah, the subreddit's like 2 days old, so it's a little quiet. Subreddit. Hitch, like the Twitch channel. Are these? Like the gravity workout things, like, oh yeah, nice, get a workout in. I wonder how heavy it feels with me in my backpack. Oh yeah. Oh god, this. Oh. I think it's seen better days. Anyway, alright. Okay. It's a little wobbly. What you use that there's free roaming with your SIM card when you go to the trenches, same allowance. It's not though. That's the rules, but in reality, most don't do that. Like a lot of the big data plans in one country will have a smaller allowance in another country. Or you'll have 4G or LTE in your country, and they'll give you unlimited roaming in 3G in another country. Oh, please see how many had a gym, like a Pokemon gym, like an actual gym. Not many. So I guess these woods are one of the few places I've stayed with a gym. How many badges have you earned? I do a lot of traveling, all these different places. Try to get all those badges. So if I morning hitch through 27 countries, can we call it 27 badges? I just want to see Castle Demens. Is there an actual castle here? I don't see a castle. Oh, that is the castle we saw. This is my environment. Natural beauty. Okay. That's nice. Not sure. Plan. Finish all roaming, but like so you find a 50 gigabyte, be like, oh yeah, gigabytes roaming though. And I believe all of those are technically in violation of the EU laws, but there being a law and them enforcing a law are two very different things. And haha, apparently this cross section of a haha sunken fence. Early 18th century landscape feature built in France, side and one vertical face, usually of stone construction. It is built below ground level, designed not to interrupt the view and to be invisible until closely approached. The erection of this style of barrier became a feature in the grounds of grand cunts in the 18th and 19th centuries. It was designed as a means of keeping horses, cattle, and sheep in the and removed from the big house without the need for unsightly walls. There you go. Never heard of a ha-ha. Yeah, that's what caught my eye. Thing, tell me what a ha-ha is. Like it. Answer today, everything must be expensive and difficult. Yeah. There's like an option that circumvents the whole EU roaming thing by using a specific plan for streaming with, and it just costs a lot of money, but it gives you a lot of flexibility and freedom, which is the direction I'm going, and I already have. Like, that's my main one right now, is my unlimited international plan. For someone based out of EU, they could probably find a better option. Like, the one good option I found, that I thought I found that would be good, was there's Vodafone's in a lot of countries, but most of their plans do the same thing. Like, you could get Vodafone in Ireland, it's expensive, and then the roaming, well, I don't think you can find a good enough plan that you're like, oh yeah, it's really good with roaming anyway. But in Iceland you can spend, it's like 9,900 Icelandic krona for 200 gigabytes a month of data. The problem being
they throttle the fuck out of you. Maybe they wouldn't in Iceland, but the roaming data at least is managed. So that's annoying. I think I'd go this way. It's only Nelson from The Simpsons was pointing at ditches. I'm kind of surprised they never did that joke. Like, barely anyone would understand it. Did anyone in chat watching right now know what a haha was? Until we read that sign. Like, it would go over everyone's head. Some people might look it up and be like, hey, that was kind of clever. Some small thing near my tent last night. It was small. I didn't know what it was though. No. Wait, how's bells? You did? Yep, common and okay. So it seems like maybe 1 in 10 or something like that know what it is. So it would go over most people's heads, but some people might know what a haha is. Mother used to stuff history down my throat. Are you thankful for that now, or you wish you didn't know any history? Going to town now. I'm not sure knowing what that is has ever helped me in life. I do still like having knowledge about things. Like, when you see something and you actually like know what it is, I find that rewarding. Or someone asks what that is. Hey, it's this. I remember my mom told me about this. To the stream to learn really useful stuff like this. Like, you know what? I'm sure for one of you somewhere at some point in your life, that bit of trivia will come up and you'll know what it is because some random Canadian dude was sleeping in some woods near a haha, and we learned about what a haha was. Very true, but God, did I resent it when I was young? Yeah, no, I understand that. That was a bitch? No, it was a haha. Clearly. Some nice cardboard there. It's a little folded. Well, Trevor, I just woke up myself. What are we up to today? Well, hitchhiking, I know that bit. I'm not actually sure. We're having a lot of and yeah. But the guy that gave me his place, his house to sleep in Rome, he lives in this town, and he invited me over today. So I might be going there.
I'll take you. Yeah. Good. Just wonderful. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Good morning, USDA approved beef. I'm trying to figure out where I am and where I need to go. Distracted. What are we getting anyway? Let me sit on this bench. Thank you. What do we got? Three bars of 4G, 4 bars of 4G. Five bars of 4G. Heading north Limerick, potentially at some point. Try to stop in there if you can. Yeah, people were telling me about a dare yesterday. Sounds nice. Come on. Oh, Streamlabs. Yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to move on. Okay, it's a 4G. You can.
Oh yeah, boss. Everything good is nasty.
No one buys for free.
And ain't nothing good unless you play with it. Yeah.
Breakfast.
Okay, off. Can you guys even see me? I can't even run a speed test right now. USD approved. Thank you very much for the $15 tip. It says I'm broadcasting, but I kind of feel like I'm not. Like, yeah. But a bit legally. Super cutty. Okay, well. Trying to fix this. USD approved. Thanks for the $15 for breakfast. Okay, loaded. I could know they're cheap polyester.
Okay, I'm connected to the network, so let me connect to the thing. Quality is essentially as low as it can go, so it's not gonna really do much. Come on, what are you doing? I'm going to go inside, so that's a problem. We're gonna have ourselves a nice problem there. Settings. Advanced settings. Cellular. But while you can hear me, it looks like you guys can hear me right now. USD appreciate that. We're gonna try a different provider. The only other option really is 3, so we'll try that. Because if it's being this unstable, as soon as I move, it's gonna be unstable again. That might be the answer. Doesn't help with connection at all. In fact, it makes things worse because we leave places of civilization. Hey, Hitch, no problem. I love you. Breakfast option. It's I get to see you eat before you sleep, and I'm always inspired for breakfast. Hey, thank you. Five load point. Okay, I got it. Alright, hopefully this works. I'm on 3 now, which seems a lot faster where I am right now. I could barely get a speed test.
show you how the pioneers hitchhiked.
Oh yeah, Baba.
Ask,